Hi, in this tutorial we're going to implement a simple and professional timer in Unity. So stick around until the end. There are many ways to create a timer in Unity. Some people even use timers from the system library. First, let's create a script and implement a simple timer, then we'll improve it. The simplest way which many people use is by creating a float variable and increasing it in the update method. Controlling this type of timer and adding features to it is difficult. We don't need the start method. Here we need to add it to delta time. Next, let's print it. We'll assign it to a game object. And we'll see the timer. Consider that we want to add a delay to tasks like shooting, reloading, and other complex actions. We need to implement logic for each timer. For example, when a timer is done, trigger an action. We're stopping and starting the timer, along with other tasks. We need to repeat certain tasks each time. Here I have prepared a timer that you can use with very short code. In the assets, you need to have a plugins folder. If you don't have one, you can create it manually. To use libraries and DLL files, which stand for dynamic libraries, you need to paste files in this folder. This is a DLL file that you download from store.blackcave.com under the Unity section. The link is also in the description. I need to add it to the project, and it includes a C# file named automatic timer. Let's use it. First, we need to add it with using Peony tools. Now we can access the classes under this namespace. We don't need the update method anymore. Let's define a variable of type automatic timer. Press Ctrl and click on it to view the source code. There are many properties and methods here, and I'll explain most of them. Now I need to initialize this timer in the wake or start methods. Automatic timer has a method called createTimer, which creates a timer component for your current game object. The first parameter is the game object you want to add timer to, so I'll pass the current game object. The second parameter is the timer limit, a float, and I'll pass 2 seconds. The next parameter determines whether the timer is infinite or not. The next parameter determines if the timer should destroy itself when it ends, meaning it will remove the timer component from the game object. If the timer is not infinite, you can set a loop count for it. A value of 0 means just one cycle, and I'll set it to 2. Next, we can pass a method that will execute after each cycle of the timer is completed. We can pass it as a delegate, and if you're familiar with it, you can use it for writing shorter code. Or you can define a method and pass it here. We can print something out in this method. And now we need to write a name of the method here. Next, we can pass a method that will execute when all the cycles are done. For example, if we have 2 loop counts, it will execute after the second loop. And we also pass this method. Now we just need to save the code. The script is still attached to the timer game object. Let's see the result. This is the first cycle. 3 cycles will happen, and after the third, we will see the final execution. Let's work with the timer's properties. We stop the timer using the disable method. It actually pauses the timer, and when we start it again, it resumes. Or we can check if the timer has stopped using the bstop property. We can use an if statement to check it. With a method called resetStart, we can start the timer again. We can resume the timer with the enable method. Next, let's access the properties we set in the createTimer method. We can change the timer limit using this property. Or we can make the timer infinite by setting bloop to true. Or we can set other instructions to be executed after the timer is done. This is all we can do with this timer, and we can manage timers easily with just a line of code. The timer will be added as a component to a specific game object at runtime. You can download the file for free at store.blackcape.com in the Unity section. The download link is also available in the description. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And feel free to share your questions and ideas in the comments.